perk points to spend? Oh, I do. Engineering, lockpick, guns, medical, science, gadget, energy max, hack, pain and health. Let's do medical, engineering, and guns. Okay. Now we have a perk point available. Crit hit chance plus 15%. Additional crit hit chance against strong enemies. That could be pretty damn good. Auto chemicals always drop additional crafting. Plus 20% explosive damage. Plus 10% range damage, plus 20% critical chance. Yeah, we'll go with that. Hold on, is my shit up? No, it's not, okay. For some reason, like my... Okay, never mind. A region. See what's over here before I check out these other places. Speak to Vigilant Hogart in Westport. Where's she at on the map? Okay, she's over here. Oh, I need to talk to dude. Since I already got that with her, let me go to the landing pad and switch companions. Because I got a quest out there at the far left. Or top right that he wanted to check on one of his buddies or something like that. So it'd probably be better if he was with me.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago, but never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only.
From who?
All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the Ascendant. I am not privy to any information beyond that. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
What the hell? Which I don't know, maybe you can freely swap. Upgrade Valerie's blaster and armor. Visit a workbench. Open lockbox. You've acquired a companion mod kit. At a workbench, you can use this to apply upgrade mods to your companion's weapon and armor. These mods increase damage and armor values. She has a tactical dome?
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us. Got Inez moved into Helen's old quarters. I figure If anyone's unlikely to be vexed by finding fossilized purpleberry, you think Helen would approve of us taking on a product pusher? Yeah, suppose you're right. They'd have matched wits well enough. It was less. I don't have all the details, but it sounds like Spacer's Choice tried to outmaneuver Auntie Cleo through quasi-legal means and got a hell of a lot more than they bargained for. And now her new brand's been turned into an invasion force bent on conquering the entire system. Funny how life works out.
How do I get him into my... Maybe I can just do it from the menu. How do I get him to join me and her to... How do I remember? She has a perk point available? Oh, he has a perk. Niles puts himself in the enemy's line of fire, protect his comrades. Enemies are more likely to target him, and he will occasionally fire at enemies not targeting him, taunting them. Ignores a portion of his target's armor and will target enemy weak points to deal more damage. Switch companions.
Updating ship reminder. Furthermore, any opinions expressed in favor of product are the agent's own and do not reflect the opinions of the Earth Directorate.
Whew. My system still ain't gotten the memo we're clear of the relay. I'm itching to keep running. We're damn lucky we got out in time, Commander. Real glad you found a way to mitigate the destruction. Without the relay looming over all, maybe the island can finally recover. Lon knows it's seen enough as it is.
Let's see, mods. How do I mod for them? Party upgrades right here. Valerie's weapon applies more stacks of burn and deals slightly increased damage. Valerie's weapon now deals frost damage and deals significantly increased. We'll do burn. Grants immunity to corrosive side effects, also increases the effectiveness of their armor. Grants immunity to shock side effects and increases the effectiveness of their armor. We'll do corrosive. Do I have anything? Not pistol, advanced mag. Micro slot. Bear shotgun tracing unit. Didn't I already craft that? Yeah, tracing unit. What about advanced mag? This one does 37, 30 round size. This one does 47 damage. Increase crit hit chance, restore health equal to the percent of damage dealt. Head service pistol. There's a gun in here. I said there's a button. There is a button here, but won't let me open it. Won't even let me interact with it.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine DeVries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav-key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Well, who could turn down an invitation like that? Golden Ridge, Commander?
Maybe when I leave, I get pick party members. Okay, yeah. I like the bot because the bot can heal me. Even though I have the quick heal thing on me, it's still good to have the bot. Okay, now let's just fast travel up here real quick. I'm gonna go check what's to the right of me, and I think there's some like pretty decent gear that you can get. Let's see, now let me switch off this shotgun. I wonder how many rifle bullets I have. Yeah. Anything up here?
Hello. You must be a new, co-worker. No, my mistake.
Hey, this whole capitalism thing isn't so dreadful after all. They even allowed me a choice between fishing and sanitary engineering.
That's far more freedom than we were ever offered while living on Earth. I'll tell them great stuff.
Nice weather we have been having. Not having. Goodbye.
Here to do some fishing?
Can you fish in this thing? Wouldn't doubt it. Wonder if I can go around this way. No.
Thanks for not crushing my plants, friend. I'm the Senior Principal Chief Director of Natural Studies, Acquisitions, and Monetization on Paradise Island. But call me Betsy. I'm always out looking for exciting new plants, rocks, and critters, but you can likely puzzle that out on your own. Say, you ain't looking for a job, are you? It's easy. Just need to confirm reported locations of a few rare and highly valuable plants. You can keep anything you find. Well, you got me grinning to split my noggin clean in two. But enough of that. I got a stack of reports, but since we're not supposed to be riling things up with the Protectorate right now, I can't go investigate them myself. It might be seen as aggressive, but since you're an unaffiliated freelancer, you could handle this task no problem. Just go to these places and, friend, more specifically, it's typically found near Zeranium. So it's spread along with the Protectorate civilization, since their technology is mostly powered by Zeranium.
Okay.
Whoa there, friend. I got 2 reports so far. One near the Automech Repair Center in the southeast corner of the island. The second is to the north of here and a little east of the bridge. And again, friend, anything you find is yours. I don't want to get audited for unapproved stock. Just need someone to put lamps on those spots and verify them for me.
Okay. I ain't gonna steal nothing from her, because this seems like one of those games if I take somebody's gun, I might come back and they're dead. So we got a spot here. Got a mission over here now. See what this building is. Arbiter training facility?
I've always been curious about the kind of training against an arbiter. Can't imagine it ain't just the Dragoons to worry about. Those turrets will also put the hurt on us if we get too close.
Arbiter Nebs, words are a song to my ears. This, no doubt, is the opportunity I have long awaited. These hapless recruits arrived just before the invasion. No sooner had they set down their bags than their instructors were
That's the word. You can always craft us more.
the uncertainty on their faces. And I knew as this outpost tried to practice target replacement technician, I alone could teach them. They see me as their leader, their arbiter. I will not fail. Should the invasion breach our defenses, I will stand proudly at the vanguard, shoot to kill, and lead them to victory.
can't.
Standing by
Hard to
with life
stay on.
support. Confronting threat. Request. Indicated.
Arbiter armor. Our instructors never returned from the war. We've been here for many years. Our sole reference for what it means to be an arbiter orders to leave. We are next generation of Protectorate lawbringers, he said, and there is nothing more he could teach us. Of course, we figured out the truth long ago, and that he is no true arbiter, but a mere technician. Oh man. Can't break into the safe. Maybe this has got the code. Promotions. Looks like that's everything. Remember, Nibs, this is not your helmet, this is your mask. No, I can't unlock it. Dang it. Sealed? You kidding me? Yeah, this just loops around, Dead ends here. Fuck. Why is this sealed? Is there a button somewhere? Doesn't look like I'm gonna open that. Alright. I'm just gonna have to remember there's a safe here. Target practice.
Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472. 472 means they're gonna fill anything that moves full of holes. Careful of friendly fire if you head down past the farm. Last time we wandered past, they opened fire on us. A real code 472.
Someone gave up halfway through a project. You have all the ingredients and parts needed to easily create several biomass grenades. Uh-oh. I didn't mean to do that. Shit, I didn't know that happened.
If you're wondering why there's so many engineers sitting here on the
Oh,
weirs,
God
it's
dang it.
because the dang
My bad.
Prebbles ran us out of the desalinator. Now we're stuck here on standby wages.
I don't even want to think about the damage those Crabbles are gonna do to my machines.
That ain't yours. My records show you have an outstanding fine for past offenses. Pay up or face everything seems...
I didn't know that would happen.
Word is Milford Street is ordering a lot of protectorate survivors in Westport.
What if I'm hot? Is it still kind of stolen?
I hate that kind of work. Oh, it sounds like so much effort. That kind of thing ain't even on my contract.
Milver Street is offering bits rewards for anything of import we can tell him.
But keep walking. Ever read the Middle Manager Handbook? Really shores up the foundation of your fundamentals.
Scout report.
Yes, sir. Looks like the repair center is still out of order, sir.
Excellent. At ease, Scout. Glad to hear that they haven't managed to repair it, even if Command has temporarily put the actual fighting to a stop. Mind your own business interests.
I got any armor that's better. There's heavy on. Grants additional weak spot damage relative to how far away the target is. Further distance, creating a larger bonus. I don't get what that means. While crashing, game plus 20% damage. Crashing? Crashing what? No, let me go down here first. Wait, let me see if they got, if I can talk to them.
You look unfortified.
Yes?
Getting enough emulsifiers in your diet.
Yeah, they did say something about somebody opening fire. I don't know if they're talking about down here where we're going or what. Damn, that's a big ass building.
goes there? By orders of Marshal Donaldson, no one comes or goes to the Automech Repair Center without approval. What's your business here?
Now you've done it. Slowing down a ranking Protectorate official is worth 10, 20 demerits if you're lucky.
All right, let's not lose our heads. Marshal Donaldson likes to greet new arrivals personally. We'll let him know you're inbound, so no one shoots on sight. Oh, and fair warning, watch out for Zeranium gas. We sprung a leak. Definitely the second one. But it's like the Marshal says, in war, evacuation is not an option. One more thing. Don't cause any trouble around these parts. Donaldson runs a tight ship and has zero tolerance for lawbreakers.
Alright.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
What the? I wonder if I can get back up if I jump down there. I'll look when I'm heading out. Elevator.
Outsider, all that matters is getting these Automechs to the Vox relay station.
But Marshal, we must adhere to decontamination procedures.
What in the name of the art? Oh, right. My guards told me to expect a new arrival, right before our chief mechanist decided to harangue me with the latest on our catastrophe.
Marshal, you're acting as though I'm not standing here auguring the impending doom of this facility.
Woodrow, normally I would be obliged, nay, happy, to receive your senseless jawing. But not today. I hope you've come to help, because a crisis is bearing down on us, and I've a dearth of reliable hands with which to manage it. You see, Woodrow, why, at this rate, we'll have the facility.
That's what...
Like you, me and my consternated head technician are new arrivals. Though we may not last long if we fail to repair the Zeranium leak. Ah, that's where you're in luck. Thanks to our resident Zeranium scientist, no one needs to die, perish, or suffer. The Vox relay station needs our Automechs. But until that leak is fixed, this facility is a target for the sport of Auntie's armament. Delphinia Bryant is working on a prototype Zeranium shield. Whoever uses it will be less disposable and more useful to the Protectorate. There is a nominal risk that the Automechs will act impulsively, but there will be plenty of time to unravel that particular knot once they're delivered.
Marshal, those Automechs have been corrupted with Zeranium. I can't even cogitate on what they're capable of if we lack the time or resources to approach this rationally. Should they go berserk, we may well be turning the very subject you intend to resupply into their victim.
Then perhaps you had better explain to Brigadier Montelli why his defenses are grounded. And you can do so personally, in the comfort of his office.
Montelli? I rescind my objection.
There's a good fellow.
Ambient Zeranium levels are higher than at... State your business. This unit was engineered to facilitate management of supply and...
Oh, this is surely exciting. Someone is finally trying out my automechanical quartermaster.
Command, not...
Huh. I thought that would have put it into sales mode. Best look into that later. Please, give it a try yourself.
All wares...
Sorry, it tends to take things too literally. Maybe try phrasing the request differently.
Lull detected. Conversational status uncomfortable.
What the?
Does that one compute, big guy?
Affirmative. Initiating commerce is one of this unit's default commands. Initiating commerce.
Fires depleted uranium rounds that causes targets to take progressively more damage from this weapon. Can also fire longer and tactical time dilation. Auto mechanicals will take no damage and instead will become overcharged, gaining speed. Okay, so you don't want to use this gun on mechs. A pet for your ship automatically sent to your kennel upon purchase. Visit your ship, interact with the pet feeder to select any ship pet you've collected. They will wander around the area and can be pet for mutual enjoyment. While you can acquire multiple ship pets, only one can be... Oh, that's cool. Repeating rifle shock barrel? Oh, that's a shock rifle. Dealing increasing damage over time that changes between targets. Yeah, might as well. Damn, those decryption keys are expensive. Sun baton, trip blade. Uh, 4739 plasma damage. Just a normal rifle. Plus 5% critical hit chance. Critical damage. Evasion combat sprint. Wielded helmet. Plus 15% magazine. 13, 5. Uniform. Heavy. Farmer clothing. Office or regalia. These pretty much have the same. I wonder if I can have different combos depending on what I'm wearing though. Like if I wear officer or arbiter, because sometimes that can make a difference. Depending on if this is one of those types of games or not. %, damage resistance to shock, plus 5% physical damage. That's on the chest piece. I need something for the head piece though. 50% damage resistance against all sources, including ranged. Power attacks restored, 10% of damage dealt. I don't know if I want to buy this or not. Uh, 26 times 3. Yeah, why not?
See you soon, I hope.
There's anything to gain by getting near it.
Where do I go for his uranium problem? You've learned that a scientist at the auto repair could use some assistance. It didn't set it as active. Set active. Maybe that's... No, he's probably here. Maybe he's in here.
What brings you to this fine establishment? Stay true, outsider.
Outsider?
Not on this side.
Yes. Let's have a look at you. No signs of Zeranium exposure. Another humdrum workaday ailment, no doubt. Nothing requiring my vast expertise. Don't have much to spare.
She don't have anything I need. Where's this damn scientist at? Oh. Let me switch helmets.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have. First the attack, then the Zeranium.
Outer chassis sealant test number 14 is confirmed a failure. Zeranium exposure rate appears to be unaffected. Test model displayed standard overload-induced paralysis, then became atypically aggressive. Forced to terminate test model in self-defense. Apologies, I must concentrate on my work. Maybe one of the others can help you.
Out of order, there's no obvious sign of what caused the damage to its frame. Nothing but the damage seems. You speculate that a metal object of equal or greater weight must have been involved. Maybe that's the scientist.
Yes? Normally I'd be too busy to bother with random unforeseen visitors, but I find myself with some time on my hands after the recent completion of my latest Go on then. Speak freely. Oh, it's really quite fascinating. It projects a field that protects the user from all manner of dangers. Kinetic force, electricity, thermal spikes, The technicians here used it to shield themselves from the Zeranium gas that was barring entrance to this facility's primary. A job well done, if I do say so myself. Well, I do still have my initial prototype lying around, but it's highly unusual to share confidential protectorate technology. That being said, I'd be willing to lend the prototype to a supporter who generously invested in furthering my research for a reasonable contribution.
1,000.
Oh, how entirely novel. The exchange of goods or services for currency. Well then, here it is, your prototype. I assure you it will be worth every bit. Did you need anything else? Until a more...
Okay, so... She gave me the prototype.
First the attack, then the Zeranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
Outsider.
Stay true, outsider.
Oh, I did not mean to do that. Damn it. Where's my last autosave? I'm guessing it's right here. Let's see how far back it was. I thought it was one of those things that you examine, but it wasn't. Right, okay. So maybe I still need to come over here, talk to her.
Yes? Go on then. Speak freely. Oh, a job well done, if I do say so. Well, that being said, how entirely until a.
Okay. I got the shield off of her. Blueprints. Machine pistol. Shock machine gun, telescopics, micro reflex, tracing unit.
Welcome. Glad to have you back.
Where's this damn scientist at? Was it her, I guess? Now I didn't even know where he went.
I'm glad that spectacle didn't scare you off. Whether or not you're able to help us, Zeranium is hardly my area of expertise, but it falls to me to find a solution. Lest I follow I knew Dr. Bryant would come through for it, seeing as you're the only one trained in the use of that gadget. Make your way inside the repair hangar and find the control terminal to purge the Zeranium. And be careful with that terminal. We don't want the situation getting any worse.
Your chief mechanist was concerned about Zeranium corrupting the automech.
Don't worry about Woodrow. Smart fellow, but yes, there is some risk that exposure to Zeranium will corrupt our automechs, to use his colorful. That shouldn't stop us from delivering them on time. I'm sure they'll be scrubbed clean once but that isn't our problem to solve. You be sure and come back once you've made progress.
Okay, where's that gas leak at again?
Not sure we should get any closer.
How am I gonna... She said she gave me a shield. I don't see anything here to help me with said situation. I don't know, I'm confused.
Apologies, I must concentrate on my work.
Our prudence dictates we cherish all we have. First the attack, then there's a rainy. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
Wait, did I not have some grenades? Okay, then there's the upper level. How do I fix the ruptures? I don't know if I need to hit that yet.
I can see the door, but there's no way to reach it from here. Guess we'll have to take the long way round.
Hostile landmark.
And maybe that is what I'm supposed to hit. There's nothing else in here. Okay, so I just gotta get the other one. The store? What's in here? Is there anything to collect in here? There's something right there. I'm not sure what it is though. There, hatch. Can I open this? Oh, here's that ladder. I see.
First the attack, then there's uranium. At this rate, we're never getting caught up.
What was that? There's a place that let you go in the ground. Right here, okay. I'll see if there's anything down here. Oh, it just comes out down here.
I hope you brought me good news, outsider. At last, the tide is shifting. Today, we fix our automechanicals. Tomorrow, we push the unprincipled interlopers of Auntie's choice into the sea. You've done us a great service, stranger, and I would see your efforts rewarded. Alas, we don't have much to offer since our supplies are so low. I hope these bits will suffice. We confiscated them from the corpses of the scouts who attempted to infiltrate this facility a few weeks back. It carries the invaders' taint, but it should spend just the same. Perhaps you're right. Accept this with my gratitude. Now I can show our chief mechanist that he was wrong, and a little uranium poisoning won't do those automechs any harm.
Thank you, me. Hey, there's supposed to be armor around here somewhere, but I'm not exactly for certain on where it's at. Let's see what's up here.
Did the authorities send you? Did my torrent of messages finally convince them of the vast crab-like dangers? What a relief. In here I thought myself dismissed as a loon. Good, then it's not too... You must have spied those nefarious Crabbles royally. No one at the facility believes me, but I've seen it with my own eyes. Crabble numbers have swelled as they gather to defy us. A consortium, nay, an army.
Crabbles seem fun to me. What if they're just normal animals?
Huh, shook Crabbles are the bane of Arcadia. Strong, intelligent, and superior to us in every way. You, no stranger, remain strong, and together we will outlast...
I don't see no armor here. I still didn't find what that chick was talking about. She said it's supposed to be here somewhere. Maybe it's outside the area? Maybe down here. There's nothing out here.
Once we arrive at the Automex facility, we'll unload and begin cataloging the state of the various Automex.
Are you recording the drive? Cadet, I do not believe this is what the Sergeant intended by documenting the process. Here, allow me to handle it. Now where's the off switch? Void, we're being bombed! Disembark! Lose formation to the beach, double time! We can take shelter in the rocks! Praise the Sovereign. We made it. Halt! Everyone quiet. What's that clacking noise? Oh shit! Crabbles! Form defensive perimeter type 14A! Ah!
Yeah, I didn't make it out. This is the dead end. Yeah.
Must be at least a few usable parts in here. Aha! Ah, it's warped. Hello there. You wouldn't happen to have found any usable parts in all this debris? Westport's stockpiles of replacement parts are nearly depleted. I need to find some parts to convert some of our auto mechanic. Fortunately, there's nothing here that's salvageable. Auntie's bombs sure take their toll, don't they? Let's just say to fill Westport's needs. If you follow the road heading north, you can't miss it. Used to be a sight to behold, but the war hasn't been kind to it. To any of us. True enough. A few years ago, I couldn't have imagined us running short of anything. And now here I am, digging through scrap, but I digress. Was there anything else? Need to get back to my hunt. Unless I missed my guess, this looks like it was transporting damaged and malfunctioning Automex from the Vox station to the The center is... Say, you don't work for Auntie's, do you? This is beginning to feel... Fair enough. As I was saying, the Automech repair center is south of here. Regrettably, subjects of Westport no longer have access to the repair center, hence my need to scavenge. Like what? There must be at least a few usable parts in here. Aha! Ah, it's warped. Like everything else.
Get some loot, good, decent loot there. What is this?
What do you mean you're leaving?
Shit's over. I have a life outside this place, you know.
A life? Outside our lab? No! No. Audacious advances requires commitment. Absolute commitment! Rolling up my sleeves.
Maybe that's the shield that she got. I realized how to activate it. Telescoping staff. Let's see, what do I got? Probably break down this pistol. $43 damage. 43, 47. That's the shotgun. Never mind. Fires explosive rounds that explode on contact, dealing damage within a small radius, lowers base damage of the weapon. Changes damage to shock at the expense of lower damage shock. Advanced mag, reflex shot. So I have 2 repeating rifles, so I can break down one. Make sure they both got 3 slots. Okay, there's one. Where's the other one? I have the other one equipped. Wait. Yes, I do. Oh, so it took it down to 24 damage. Advanced mag. Armor. Campaign hat. Plus 30% magazine size. Biomass canister. Blast plus 50% damage resistance against explosives. Bypass, mine. Damage resistance. Repeating rifle explosive. Stock machine gun. Reflex sight. Put round.
Unsanitary conditions detected.
Oh, well. That was a wasted lockpick. Behind your backside. Don't be so quick to attention on bright new hopefuls in the facility. Have a doing dangerous assignment.
I've counted at least 6 horrendous death screams since you arrived. You must be affected as well. You there? Oh, you're likely affected too. Could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elman Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor. all that pleading and the like. Yes, well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment. Assuming success, your fee will be based on the length of your involuntary impressment, dangers from exposure to undisclosed hazards, etc. It should be quite fair. Don't focus so much on monetary compensation. Think of the goodwill you'll earn with Auntie's Choice. We have vision and we are going places, this project especially. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say. Speaking of the team, such as they are in their present deranged state, how did you make it past them? You know, without being killed. Aha, thought so. Sometimes with screaming, it can be difficult to discern intent, like shame. The staff and I all had such good chemistry together. What matters most is getting out of here alive, saving our researchers a close second, and curing my remaining colleagues a firm third. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Just so. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions? We'll need two things: fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds. A satellite lab to this one, if you will. Once we have...
Typical Auntie's Choice. Choice. Moving fast and breaking things.
Huh. Well, at least it's not shooting the water anymore. Visitors, huh? Just meandering about, free of any appointed minder? If you need someone to talk to hereabouts, I suggest you seek out Vigilant Hogarth.
Wasn't Hogarth one of Milver Street's key subjects? Doubt a Vigilant will sweeten to a corporate recruitment campaign, but I suppose it costs nothing.
Do hate to come off impolite. If you're so inclined, we can pick this up later, after you two confabulate. Word to the wise, despite what you might hear, we still consider ourselves part of the Protectorate. Anyone spots an outsider engaging in misdeeds might just
Working with and through the Sovereign, devised the...
I had a nightmare that the Matriarch didn't gift us the paradigm, and we were left to scramble for purpose and profit like Auntie's workers.
Naturally, sometimes challenges do arise. We all know how invasive species can unbalance.
Nice weather we have been having.
It's infected. Redstone arrives soon, we'll have to start cutting. You walked in here under your own steam and appear reasonably free of cuts, burns, or weeping. Good. Because we've got more of that than we can handle. Don't suppose you have any medical supplies to spare, do you? That you might cut. Oh, no thank you. Not looking for anything that does more harm than good. From what I've heard about Auntie's medicaments, might poison a patient or cause them to grow an extra head or something. Never know what they're testing out on you. Oh. Outsider? You've returned.
Right now, the Paradigm needs our help. Is now a bad time to report myself? I wouldn't want to be inconvenient.
Stranger?
My body is covered in burns acquired in battle during the attack. The only relief I have is when I can jump in the water and float over my former house.
Of course, it's part of the Sovereign's plan. He floods our houses, which makes more habitat for fish, which offers us more to eat, which gives us the strength to build new houses. But then, how do I cook the fish?
Oh, I got a new helmet. While standing in a Zeranium Cloud game, plus 20% crit hit chance, Zeranium poison is gained 50% slower. Is that the damn prototype she gave me? And I'm just now seeing it. Wonder why it wasn't in my inventory before. $23.
Greetings. It is my esteemed pleasure to welcome you to Westport, once a shining testament to Protectorate excellence. Now a picturesque example of the evils of corporate. But where are my manners? We do not have much, but please let me offer you some victuals. Dut. Serving Unit 1.
Confirmative.
Perhaps you're wondering why I'd open my arms thusly for a stranger. Simple. As the guiding light for humankind, we always put our best foot forward. Regardless of, I believe something still can be done. This town can be saved, its people given a reprieve. Were we to acquire the one thing vital to... What?
Comestibles served.
We of the Protectorate pride ourselves on our mech programming. Among the vigilant, it is even considered something of a sport. We are not miracle workers, however. We need repair mechs, domestic mechs, not combat ones. Serving Unit 1 here is about as much as can be accomplished without replacement parts. We are of like minds. We lack not the skill to do so. Our wily chief mechanist can reprogram the mech, but not without parts. Unfortunately, we lack ready availability of said parts.
Feeling distracted? Daydreaming on the job?
Oh, you failed to hear the loudspeakers on the way in? The announcement we're obliged to repeat incessantly. Well, allow me to paraphrase. Protectorate law finds us guilty of treason on account of letting Westport fall prey to Auntie's choice saboteurs. These fine and decent folk don't deserve having their lives thrown away on account of my failures. If I can return the settlement to a reasonable facsimile of its previous glory, sufficiently functioning by employing mechs reprogrammed to repair and rebuild, the Arbiters might see fit to penalize only me. Commute the others' sentences. Allow them to maintain things around here in the spirit of continuity and such.
Half this town is underwater and the rest soon to follow. Maybe instead of looking to those who left you to drown, it's time to accept an offered hand. One from Fairfield, maybe?
Fairfield? Why, they're the reason we're in this mess. You'll forgive me for questioning such timely offers of generosity and kindness. No thank you, not interested. I owe it to every single person here to try.
What would it take for you to let your people leave for Fairfield?
Wonderful. My unavoidable march to the gallows feels lighter already. At least now my subjects will have a fleeting chance. The parts can be found at the Euphoria Coast Automech Repair Center to the south. But do not, under any circumstances, tell those stationed there why you need them. To get inside, you will need an access pass from the Ministry of Accuracy. Since we have all been marked as traitors, I cannot create one for you here. Farewell now.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
The matriarch Eden because she recognized it as
Man, I think I messed up. I done the wrong one. Should I put Auntie's Choice on there? Am I supposed to? Convince him to relocate. Okay, so I was supposed to do that.
That doesn't sound like a sanctioned communicator.
So I guess I will have to mess up the power.
I was sad for a moment because my house got submerged in the flooding. Then the wireless told me everything was splendid. Now I feel much, much better.
This looks like the place. No, I haven't felt this high strung since Horizon Point. Just hope this- Howdy, Zed. You look well.
Has my mind been set upon by Shadow?
Can't imagine why you think that. I've only been gone.
Oh, back from your little saunter then, are you? Head all cleared? I must say, you took quite the perambulation. I hope you didn't wear out your rotation adapters. And who precisely are you? Another Earth Directorate cast-off? Ah, yes. The same commander who nobly ordered you to leave your colleague to perish under rubble. No. I only dealt with the bloody aftermath. So, you are keeping company these days. Just not mine.
You're just mad because Niles has better, cooler friends now. We're working together to save Arcadia, a cause I assume you'd support.
That would depend on what vision you have for Arcadia's future. Everyone seems to think they alone know what's best for this colony.
Look, I'm not just here to gas you up with empty apologies. I want to set things right between us.
Oh, now you want to help. Where were you when the war happened? Or when I was being carted off to mental refreshment? Where were you when I actually needed you?
Could have been worse. He could have left you floating in the dead of space for a decade.
I know I let you down before, but give me a chance to earn back your trust. There must be something I can lend you a hand with. I know you haven't given up the fight.
I haven't the time to patch your bleeding conscience, Niles. I'm in a situation that demands my full attention.
It's Baines. My team's been caught. Somehow the Vox was launched. Pharaoh and March are dead. The Protectorate are holding the others for interrogation, but a ship is inbound to take them off-world. To the Consul himself. I barely managed to evade capture. Damn it! It looks like the data went through, but there's something wrong with the connection. The cipher isn't transmitting.
Found her! You there! Step away from that terminal at once!
Audra! Fuck! It's all coming apart.
I knew something was wrong. What have you gotten yourself into here, Zed?
That was one of my operatives. I organized a mission to infiltrate the Vox to acquire valuable intelligence. But obviously, something's gone wrong. Without that cipher, the intelligence is worthless. But I'm more concerned about my people at the moment. If you're sincere in your desire to help, prove it. Rescue my friends before that ship departs with them on board. Please.
What was the info they passed along? If they reach the Consul, they'll most likely expose you under torture, won't they? The launch of the Vox station was my doing.
I am. Without question.
Okay. If they're sending a ship, that means my people are being held on the Vox's landing pad. Use my call sign so they'll know you for an ally. I'm certain Niles remembers it. And do exercise discretion, as well as caution. The guards at the Vox won't hesitate to fire upon you, should you be discovered.
Not to worry. This is exactly the sort of thing we're trained to handle.
Yes, but the uniform doesn't stop bullets, as I'm sure you recall.
Good thing we know a doctor then.
I'll answer what I can.
How did a doctor end up turning a rebel finder?
If you must know, it was my sister. A neighbor reported her for some misconduct and she was taken to be refreshed. I never heard what her alleged crime was meant to be. The woman who returned was nigh unrecognizable. The injustice of it rattled me. And once I began to look into what had happened, the more discomfort I felt. Then I met Niles. He told me the truth about other colonies. Made Arcadia feel so small, claustrophobic, repressive. And my smoldering resentments became a full conflagration. Stop there. I know what you would ask, but I've done my... The Crabbles? They keep people away who might otherwise stumble into my... of course. Hogarth and his unfortunate charges would be top of mind. I sympathize with the plight of those in Westport. They want nothing to do with me. I do believe that one day, the truth of the Protector's iniquity will be too obvious to ignore. But for now...
Sit or sprint? Typical predicament for an anti-bottom runger like me. Wish I never snuck in here to begin with. Seemed like a good idea. It was a great idea. So much stuff to be taken around here. Another load of loot. Plenty to get me back in the sprag race. Just didn't account for all these crabbles. They're all the fly, the old one. Could just sit tight. We'll lean off all these supplies, the crabble skedaddle. Or maybe open the door and bolt. Seems like a good idea. It's a great idea.
That's the last book that chick needed.
Almost missed the routine.
Why do those advertisements never stop? They never stop. Surely there is nobody in Anti's choice that hasn't managed to memorize the Bible.
And worse, unless you stockpile Falderall's mollifying emulsions and equal release
Literally everything I own.
This unit is currently unavailable or meaningless. Go for action.
That vacuous. Ah, the itinerant stranger returns. Thought you'd agreed to help us, not those corp. Not my favorite topic of discourse, but I do like the cut of your jib. Very well. State your piece. My people are prepared to die. As subjects of the Protectorate, we are born to give our lives to the Sovereign. Things are fine. I've tried to tell myself it's better to... Regardless, now that we're all traitors, they really don't need my permission. My former subjects are free to live an empty life with Auntie's choice. I'll make an announcement. Order them to depart for... Should I? Haven't I failed them enough for one lifetime? No. I will stay
Even
here.
though your dream of
loyally
reduced
await
sentence will
the
be
judgment I
impossible with your
richly
subject.
deserve.
Being a little subject shouldn't require you to die needlessly. You don't seem the type to just give up, not when your people still require a leader.
Adherents are expected to hold firm to the end. Such is the degree of our devotion. I suppose my duty to my people remains. Whether here, unsure how I'll endure such an empty existence. Perhaps, if I offer my old subjects periodic advice, our sense of community may somehow, despite the wiles of commercialism, remain. All right, then.
delicious taste, new from Auntie's Choice. Where nature ends, we begin. Give Auntie 2 bits, and she'll give you
Attention, everyone. Attention. I, Vigilant Ogden Hogarth, hereby do order all subjects under my command to abandon the settlement of Westport at the earliest possible juncture. You are to depart for the township of Fairfield, safely and together. Once there, you are to appeal to local authorities for citizenship with Auntie's Choice. Thereupon, you are thus and forevermore relieved of your duties as subjects of the Protectorate. This is a direct order from your Vigilant and is not to be questioned and cannot be countermanded. Now see to your preparations. I will join you shortly.
You know, he really tried to help them. That sucks. But I mean, this maybe they are better off there. I don't know why it kind of forced me to do that.
Just hope the Arbiters don't get sold.
Maybe something will happen to this town or something. Let's go to region. Retrieve red port spore samples. Yeah, but wasn't there some samples I needed here too? I need to go that way anyways to hit this.
Assistance currently unavailable. Her whole leg's gone.
Foraging time's over. We should have what we need.
run. If you'd indulge me, I have a few questions. First question, can you describe the conditions in which you were exposed to the Zeranium? I'll mark it down as haphazard meandering then. All too common these days. All right, for instance, do your bones seem noticeably softer somehow? Have you observed any sterility on your way in? Or aching in your thyroid? Well, as a token of my appreciation, allow me to provide you advanced Zeranium. There, that should do it. Do stop back in if you suffer additional exposure. I would love, be pleased to act as your consulting physician again, should the need arise. Don't have much.
Still loitering about? I have errands that need running until a more
Wasn't that the chick that wanted me to go get the... I don't know what... Rescue... Download data cartridge. Where's Orbsby? Okay, he's far away, so I'm thinking of a different mission. He's over here. I don't know, I'm not really sure what the quest back there is for. There's someone that I missed that I needed to talk to.
My most favorite least. Now, first things first. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball, and I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Well, it's a textbook example. None of the previous methods were, honestly, this whole process is 1 part scientific testing, 2 parts of, this might just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. There. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though, if I saw you working the chemical synthesizer, I presume you were successful in creating an antidote. Nice try. But you don't know when I can simply bide my time and wait, not budging. Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a wonderful... All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should all... Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor, I, Ahmed Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from it. Be seeing you.
Escape suit. Damage resistance. Heals health instantly. A common material for crafting. Okay. Goodness, he's spraying shit everywhere. What quest is over here? Valuable florist. Paradise Island. Sabotage Westport optional. Return to Minister Milver Street. Leave his subject. Return to Minister Milver Street. Tell him the good news. Confirm reports of Heartless Lafora. You confirm the location of Heartless Lafora east of the bridge. So somebody over here I need to talk.
Name's Hazel. I'm sort of the acting quartermaster around these parts. You need any supplies, talk to my friend the quartermech here. Passed during the attack. Got his face melted clean off by this weird goo. Excuse the mess, by the way. Auntie gave us a pummeling a few weeks back. The old wardens paid the price. Where their courage faltered, a little mental refreshment should do just the trick.
Outsider.
What can I do for you this time?
Thank the sovereign that we could been fed.
First the attack, then there's the Iranian.
Still loitering about? I have until a more convenient.
First the attack, then there's the Iranian.
Stay true, outsider.
This raid would never get.
Give me a sec. Almost done with this work list. Another sealant failure? The Marshal? If even a single automech steps out of line, I'd say it. The Marshal is a good man, but he values. You want to see the quartermaster. She'll only be able to sell you our service.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we
Outsider?
have and defend it.
Nice weather we have been having, or not having. Goodbye.
station's gone. I can scarcely believe it. If we hadn't been...
Got a distraction for you! Coming!
Emergency protocols ready.
Say manufacture one! Replenishing my firearm!
Back again. Thought we were done. Break as many fingers as pleases. Wait. Who are you?
We're not Protectorate. We're your ticket out of this house.
Esculape? Zeb sent you? Wait, you're Niles, aren't you? Count on Zeb to go as far as raising the dead to help. But it's too late. I gather you haven't noticed the body.
The others don't look like they suffered.
Void-damned Protectorate brutality, that's what. The Consul sent a sentinel to conduct a preliminary interrogation. But it was more like exploratory. She tortured us for information. The others didn't survive her enthusiasm for the work. I'm only here because the Consul wants someone brought back to him, alive. Lucky me. Thanks. Can't take all the credit, though. The Sentinel seemed spent by the time she got to me. Quick, though, before I forget or we're interrupted, I memorized the cipher. It's O2519W. Should help Zeb decode the intelligence we sent him a whole lot faster. Kind of you to offer.
If you're too hurt to walk, I'm sure the command...
No, it's not that. I need the Sentinel to take me onto that transport. I want her to think she's won. And then, just as we leave orbit, I'm going to blow her pretty ship to pieces. I'm no martyr. If there was another way to protect Zebulon and our cell, I'd take it. But if I escape, the Protectorate will pursue. I'll make it look like an accident. Mechanical failure. When I was being tortured, I saw some frayed wires near the fuel system. With the right spark, I think I can ignite it.
You know your stuff, Commander. I was just about to point out...
What do you propose?
Not blowing yourself...
You know how relentless the Protectorate is. But if I die, that's the end of... Please.
Might be I could sabotage the transport from the outside. Make it look like negligent maintenance. What do you think, Commander?
You have until that Sentinel decides to blast off. Wasn't sure I'd see you again. Have you decided to help me after all?
If I had some more skills to spec into speech, I may be able to convince her to do something different. Incendiary shotgun. Smoke bomb is dispensed at their location, has a 10-meter cooldown, which reduces. I guess we'll just get her on the ship. The hell with it.
Wasn't sure I'd see you again. Have you decided?
Yes, Commander. Stay put. Shouldn't take me too long. Done. Won't go into the particulars, but...
Excellent work. I'd say I won't forget how you've helped me, but, well, you know. Tell Zeb what happened, won't you?
Good luck, Audra.
Likewise.
Alright. Zeb is...
You've returned. What in the blazes was that? What of my team? That wasn't the vessel sent for them, was it? Tell me they were not on board. And you didn't think to dissuade her? Damn it, Niles! Our cause isn't served by more corpses. You're right. I apologize. Audra was never one for half measures. I know all too well how stubborn she can be. Still, her loss will be felt. Was she at least able to give you the cipher before she... I wish the success of this venture had not come at such a terrible cost. Perhaps I was mistaken about your commitment to making amends, Niles.
Can't fault you for having doubts.
I hope you'll both forgive me my earlier disposition. I'm not normally so... I'm pleased Niles has found such a supportive friend and ally. I haven't much to reward you with, but take this. It's something I had started on for Niles long ago. This information came at a steep price, but I'll put it to good use. Expect to hear from me should our cause require further assistance from the Earth Directorate's best.
It's cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
You've returned. I take it matters are progressing well? Ah, well. Then here are your rewards. Return with the remaining 5 volumes to complete the set.
Nature made apples, but Anti-Fizzos made them. Anti-Cleo's patented...
I've been bartering with defectors. Traded one force rocket for a
I ain't even close to hitting rock bottom.
Apologies. Emergency protocols unready. Negative. Pharmaceutical reload.
You've lifted my spirits right out of their doldrums. Our new guests have just arrived. Here, a considerable reward from the hushed grumblings of the refugees. I've gathered that you, perhaps aided Westport's departure into inhospitability. I've 2 minds about the convertees. Anyone with eyes can see they need guidance, but a pernicious system is not easily abandoned. Have you any thoughts?
Sense of purpose. They might like functioning auto mechanicals that were falling apart.
I have a second cousin in experimental product design who's been working on a supplement for just that. Though most of her prototypes result in projectile eye bleeding, you've given me a great deal to think. I cannot overstate what a capital compatriot you've been, my friend. Now, should you ever find yourself visiting the ACS Undisputed Claim, do come see me. I've no doubt that when we next meet, I'll have risen 6 ranks, at least.
Reported resource location. Rarefied resources. The only place that I can think of would be in that hole. Not really sure what I'm looking for here.
Prudence dictates we cherish all we have and defend it.
First the attack, then there's Iranian. At this rate, we'll never get caught.
The barrel mod. Resistance to corrosion. Ignore incoming attacks. Companion abilities charge faster. Where's the arbor I'm wearing? Is it this one? No. Wait. Oh, it's already got 2 mods on it. Just the hat's the only thing that can be,
I wish I shared the Marshal's confidence that our
Don't really right off know what I'm supposed to be looking for. Some kind of rare materials. How do I get up there? Maybe it's in this building. There's nothing here, man.
Emergency protocols unready.
Only thing would be if there's something behind here, but this door's jammed shut. It looks like there's something back there, but how the... And is it even possible to get the door open? Because honestly, it don't look like it. I don't know. I'm stumped on this one. I don't know what to do, where to go. So, I'm gonna bounce out.
Of fiber, soluble, insoluble, and inconsolable.
3 ring breadworm?
Auntie's Choice Sweet Dreams. Finally, an edible sedative that tastes good too. Auntie's Choice Antibiotics cures most infections overnight and smooths away stubborn wrinkles. Choice Immunosol, multi-spectrum antibiotics and convenient injection packaging. Anti-Cleoal sandwich, tender, buttery, boneless. It's the sandwich you want to eat. Auntie's Choice Meaty Roll-Up, daily fiber needs. If packaging is also consumed. Anti-Cleo and Cow's Forced Rockets. A deep-fried, dough-wrapped forced sausage on a stick. Today. Auntie's Choice Sprat Crisps. We took the flavor you love and made it crispy. Anti-Cleo and Cow's Forced Worst. It's not the worst unless it's forced worst.
When I first joined up with you, I figured Milver Street and Carr knew you'd do a good turn for our folk eventually. Thought if I tagged along, it'd be good, and it seems all of us were right. That relay ain't a threat anymore. But one thing I couldn't quite figure out all this time is what you were getting out of helping us. Won't blame you for thinking it's kindly to win hearts and minds, but it ain't ever gonna be as potent a strike as dropping a bomb. Though things slid into focus for me mighty quick once we got to the relay. You were busy hunting down a fellow agent. And I thought you folk were about duty, and were you one of Auntie's? I tell you just to shake the ladder hard while your traitor is climbing up, and enjoy the show when she tumbles down. What recourse do you actually have? Ain't that the truth? Though it says a lot that you don't have faith in your own. Ain't had many dealings with the Earth Directorate. You and Ibarra are the first agent. As for Ibarra, verdict's still out. He insults Auntie's Choice a mite too much for my liking. But that's the Earth Directorate's company policy, ain't it? No, I get that. If you wanted to, look, I'm sorry. I ain't intending to get into any grievances here. Let's just say I'm a little dubious about the whole keeping corporations and corrupt governments in check thing. Ain't seen evidence of it yet. But maybe you're liable to prove me wrong. Anyhow, reckon we should keep moving. Oh, I see. You're here to gossip. All right, let's hear it. Seems friendly enough, if a mite guarded and a little thick-headed in his view of Auntie's Choice. Regardless, I can assure you I'll treat him with the same respect I should, though I reckon he's seen his fair share of struggles over the years, no matter how he tries to hide it. Think he ought to ask for help when he needs it. Fine by me.
Collectible card that permanently grants a bonus to your stats once found. Paralucky pop in Eric's room, order Val to run a self-diagnostic, cook dinner. Store all intoxicants in the safe, hide the safe key.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding bishop of the Order have been verified. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the Astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild. Golden Ridge is located on Dorado. It is home to the Alexandra Monastery and Matriarch's Mercy, as well as previously being a center for mining Zeranium. The Protectorate abandoned it soon after the invasion, leaving Auntie's Choice and the Order of the Ascendant to fight for control of the area and its resources. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Agent Ibarra frequented it occasionally after the invasion. He said it was a good place to find newfangled gadgets and stolen prototypes and whatnot. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the Astrogator to allow the Incognito to travel. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable.
Makes model airplane. Dry air dehumidifier. Is a sketch artist. Where's that gun locker at? Downstairs? Lockpick 11. Why can't I just press this button?
Ah, Commander. Caught me cogitating.
Check out Free Market Station.
Choice has got a new shipment of swill. Gave it a
Weak spot kills ricochet, dealing damage to second target. Weapon range, weak shot damage. Machine gun, special weapons, and assault rifle slowly reload automatically. I haven't found an assault rifle yet. Increase plus 50 magazine size. You can access the restricted inventory of vending machines. Pickpockets. Tamed will fight for you for 10 seconds. %, more stacks of electrocuted applied when dealing shock damage. Scramble will fight for you for 5 seconds. You now apply additionally weak auto mix becomes scrambled rather than paralyzed when reaching max stacks. Scrambled automechs will attack their allies for a duration and will take damage over time. That's interesting. Let's do that. Electro How do you favorite it? Companion. 20% chance to double items on breakdown. Valor grants your mag picks a chance to be preserved on use, letting you use them again. Yeah. Eating food or drink while Ned's in the party grants a small amount of inhaler charge for addition to the normal healing. Eating food or drink has a chance to give you crude biomass for crafting.
Gave it a try. Needs some aging, but...
Keep a low profile. We're trying to run a respectable criminal operation here.
Remember, nothing's a crime if you never get caught.
Whatever you're selling, I am not in the black market for it.
Do me a kindness and mosey on.
Can't tell if you're a fixer or need fixing. You mind if I don't pay you no mind?
You're spent crouching and really done a number on your knees. The ache can squeak, but as long as you stay crouching, you can ignore the pain. Plus 50% crouch speed. Crouching emits a 10-meter radius sound that hostiles can hear.
Market station is open to all, except spies.
Well, didn't know that kills you.
I was under the impression that Free Market Station was open to all. Why am I being accosted?
Free Market Station is open to all, except spies. It's awful suspicious how you've been gallivanting about, asking everyone questions.
I am not a spy. Greetings. Are you perhaps interested in advancing the knowledge of Arcadia's... What am I saying? Of course you are. Please, do tell me anything you might know about the crash of the ACS Free Market. Do pardon my forwardness. I saw that you were a new arrival. As an archivist, it's my duty to collect and record hitherto unrecorded knowledge wherever it can be found. But my earnest questions have been met with suspicion. That's great. I can offer you a stipend from my exploratory budget for anything. Converse with the locals, peer into unturned corners, and see what your able hand might unearth. I'd ask about in the saloon and the bazaar. Both are places where gossip flies. Sub Rosa likely has some information about the crack. Take a look around.
Crazy, there's a rift just chilling there.
This place ain't half bad. I've been to seedier underbellies.
Blades, bludgeons, bombs. I think I misplaced a hand grenade. Browse all you like. Everything I've got is fine-tuned. Feel free to go on a...
Agatha, heavy rounds. Fires 25% more slowly, but its bullets explode on hit. Oh shit. 85 damage. Shock assault rifle. Pulse hammer, trench shotgun. Shock assault rifle, advanced energy modular. Reflex sight. Damn, I kind of want to buy the Agatha. Can I look at it? How much is an assault rifle? Micro sight is $250. Agatha, damn, it is expensive. I'll buy both of them. I'll get the micro. Well, I might have something to sell. Light action revolver. Let's see weapons wise what I got to say. 51, 51. We'll sell that. We'll sell incendiary. Physical shock. Incendiary shotgun, 19 times 18, 23 times 8. That just a regular shotgun, and this one's incendiary. Repeating rifle. Telescoping staff. I have 2 hats. Spacer outfit. Peacekeeper helmet, riot control helmet.
Buy from... Mind telling me if I still got... Browse all you like. Feel free to...
Reduces ammo cost. Magnifier. Yeah,
Buy
that's
from
what I
me
need.
and live to tell your fellows about my store.
So, let's... And then, where's that assault rifle? Hell yeah.
If you lost it, I'm selling it.
I feel I should. Tell me what you need. Canned.
Oh, she's got some cool shit. Healing from medical inhaler. 10 times multiplier on energy recharge rate. 30% damage resistance. And they've got some cool looking shit. Oh, there's that cool looking armor. I like it. Cap. Pretty cool. Ghillie suit. Immunity shock effects. Immunity to N-ray.
Doctor, got a sale on if you've wounds that need stitching. Medicament.
And increase healing from your medical inhaler, increasing with your hack skill. You may also hack auto docks by expending bypass shunts, reactivating them. That might be handy later on. Recipe on how to craft a trauma kit. Yeah, I'll need to get that eventually.
Stimulants, medicaments,
Drugs. Get your drugs here.
Shop here to acquire fine.
Yeah.
Welcome to our... What may this unit rehydrate? All Error. Road sales grandstanding.
Keep an eye out for snitches. We got a good thing going here.
Mind your own illicit business.
Garment's
and
here.
own mine.
Come ganderize. My folks didn't raise no fashion. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I got
I wish I could look at it and see what it looks like wearing it. Overt Venetian mask.
My gear has the fewest holes out of any clothes-on station, or your money back.
My contraptions. Listen, I trust you'll appreciate my forthrightness and be all the more willing to buy from me. No. Ships decidedly ain't in my purview. You sure I can't interest you in some bric-a-brac instead of this conversation? You can tell? Damnation. Sounds like you know what it's like working with technology. Before it crashed, I served on the free market as a secondary engineer, first grade. Had a colleague who was very talented. Supervisor saw her as a threat and demoted her to the engine room. She wasn't the type to take a blow without dodge. My colleague sabotaged the engines when her partner was on his mandated 2-minute break. When the free market attempted to breach, well, just about everyone died. I made it to an escape pod on the port side. The ship landed on its starboard. I got lucky. Yeah, me too. Anyway, can we get back to subjects that be...
Got crafting
Anybody
material.
even listening to this? Let me tell you stuff.
If it inflicts grievous bodily harm, hey, you browse all you like. Everything. Feel free to...
Tired of firearms that explode in your face? Come to Not a Weapons Store.
I'm beginning to reach the tail end of my patience. You will tell me the location of the broker.
Lad, you ain't got much of a concept of a deal, do you? You ain't got nothing to offer, and a threat is offering less than nothing.
You realize any other arbiter would have crushed you where you stand for obstruction of justice long before now? That I am flowing with magnanimity?
Can't say I know what that word means, but if you're inclined to keep threatening me, only thing gonna be flowing is your blood out your body. Stranger, seen my fix? Hope you're about to offer to...
You cannot dissuade an arbiter from their sovereign-given duty, no matter how much of an irritant you may attempt to be. I came to meet with the information broker for, protectorate business, protectorate reasons. However, I find myself foiled at near every... None within the protectorate would defy an arbiter and expect to live. Regrettably, I cannot make the locals see reason.
Even polite entreaties don't see most getting an invite to the broker. And you've been anything but.
Why not let him have an audience with the broker? At least he wouldn't bother you anymore. Most protecting can't be in the rules at all. You should get this guy what I heard.
See, you may have thought you said have an audience, but what you actually...
Do I look like a sentinel to you? No, don't answer that. My point is that if I wanted to kill everyone here, we would not be having...
No matter what this fella says, he's not going to convince me to trust him. He's a walking security risk.
Somehow, maybe we can work. If it's a risk you're concerned about, have him prove himself to you. Put him to work.
An arbiter need prove themselves to no one but the sovereign. But if I must debase myself to further my...
Interesting thought. Occurs to me there might just be something that needs looking into. Within the Golden Ridge locale on Dorado, there's a refugee camp. It's unassuming, quiet-like. Most of the folks there just want to be left alone. They see to the few needs they have by working with the broker. But we ain't heard from them in a fortnight and serves to reason something untoward may have transpired there. You see your way to looking into that, maybe we'll talk.
Exactly.
That's between them and Sub Rosa. You in or you out? I don't fancy the idea of letting an arbiter loose on our allies without supervision. Might not know you, but anything...
I do not take your speaking of me as some kind of feral canid like...
Great! Take the lap canid with you. I've had enough of his excited...
I don't claim to be pleased with the circumstances surrounding this co-investigation, but perhaps we may surprise one another. I'm Arbiter Tristan Rao. When I was an apprentice, I shall meet you at the camp.
Oh, come now, Prospero, you've been on that stage hundreds of times. This perturbation looks bad on you. Terribly sorry you've got me ruminating. A man of my persuasion shouldn't stoop. You've identified me properly. But information transference is the lifeblood of free markets. I'm in charge of keeping the patrons of the saloon entertained. Normally this does not... My resolve is uncharacteristically flagging. I find myself fixating on the most minute of issues. I need... Liquid courage has never failed. You see, I can't just drink any old swill from the bar. My refined... Now.
Sorry. Loitering ain't my crime of choice.
Keep your nose clean and your deal's done.
Can't tell if you're a fixer or need fixing. Remember, nothing's a crime if you never get caught.
Another challenger approaches. None have defeated my collections, and none shall. But I do so delight in a competition. Are you prepared to do battle? Cards, my dear, of the toss ball and pitch ball variety. I must see if your collection bests my own. Sporting! Ha! What is... I cannot open my ware. Feel free to return one...
I'll need to collect cards.
As it happens, standing in one place and folk.
Cry for me and live to tell your fellows about.
You need coveralls. We
Get caught unaware? Like, my armor will keep you safe.
Meals
currently... If you became violent, what may this unit rehydrate for you? Yes, iceberg-aged whiskey. Current customer is not Prospero Apollo. Unit cannot vend to current customer. Scanning error. Vending iceberg-aged whiskey complete. Thank you for... Shop here to acquire fine...
Buy from me, please?
As it happens, standing in one place and my friend. Very well. You wish to know about the crash, yes? Are you prepared for You, my friend, remind... Everyone knows that the free market's captain was a hopeless romantic, especially disposed to giving too much of her. The final betrayal came from a dashing rogue smuggler who vanished with most of her bits. The good captain had about all she could endure. Indeed, the crew attempted to wrest the controls from her to save them from their fate. That's all I know. I thank you for your help once again.
You just bought a shooter from a weapons store, right?
Greetings. How has the data collection fared? Finally, a breakthrough. Let's hear it. How did the ACS free market meet its end? So their highest-ranking troops can't even put aside from the crash, what occurred in the ship's final moments? An incompetent cap. Last question. Were there any contributing factors to the crash? Anything that might recontextualize what actually happened? Failing to recognize a bit. Thanks to you, my report is complete. Here, something for your considerable help. With you as... Now I need to get this report.
Contraband came in.
Didn't they want me to go to Eden? Oh no, I was supposed to meet that guy. Wait, let me go to it.
Directorate HQ before committing resources to search and rescue.
We got bases down there. If one of them got hit, then that strike will be the first of many.
The fan can wait. Our lines will not. Hit subjects arrive 15 minutes. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity.
Please mind the gaps. All of them. Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains of questionable origin.
That's my name.
Matriarch's Mercy lies directly ahead. This unit is ready to proceed. Commander.
Stranger, the Order bids you welcome. In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste.
So it was one of our bases that got hit. Well, I'm gonna be sick.
The presiding bishop sent you. Then I'd advise making for it post-haste. You'll find safety there. I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. Yes, this was an active war zone until recently, and now seems like it may be so again. Not quite certain why the attack was launched, but that is not under my purview. I'd surmise that when Auntie's Choice realized they couldn't get through our defensive measures, they wisely chose the path of...
Well, it weren't art.
They must have done something to provoke an attack, which is why your safest path now... The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest, well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack. Cultists, mad to the last one. They're both unstable and excessive abuse. They've also been known to pose as refugees, to lure their victims into ambushes. There are several camps of them northwest of here. The creatures are of the genus Verachnid. They are large enough to kill a full-grown human and exceedingly willing to do...
May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
Never forget your first logarithmic differentiation. Cogitate before you agitate. Violence and hostility within Matriarch's Mercy will be met with swift...
Exponential increase in local population detected, and max occupancy exceeded.
Another refugee? Just a moment. Allow it. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. That a fact. So be it.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
I wish. Between the invaders, order defecting,
Algorithmic dissonance? And then we solve for the... apologies. Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245. Typically, the abbot felt a scientician operating in to show how the Crabble patties are made, as it were. I am also on hand to answer queries by providing data supporting our actions. Though perhaps due to my given our according to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, indeed. Numbers are really... We have done... But if my data remains unconvincing, then back...
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Yeah. The Paradigm is a self-centered derivative take on the Grand Plan. That's how little the Protectorate
Where do we go now?
respects your intellect.
Another refugee camp? Another colony?
We're not going anywhere! Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This so-called...
Stop with the predictions.
There's a lot going on here.
1,068.5 pardons, but my attention is presently 99.81% occupied, coordinating provisions and supplies for the displaced. You may
Plasma pistol, that one looks cool. First assault rifle. Plasma cutter, it looks like the Halo blade.
By the law. It's you. Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. True, but the Order's predictions know you better than you know yourself. Recently, I had a rare opportunity to ask the Seer for guidance. I feared the prediction was a fluke, but here you are. A dashing outsider. Strictly speaking, it isn't. Anyway, that is the Seer's business. My business is the health and welfare of this camp. As a doctor, we don't have enough beds or private quarters to separate people, so sickness is blazing an unhappy trail. Of course, the Order keeps us well supplied with med. Yes, I can treat sickness as it arises. It would be leagues better to prevent it in time. Since you asked, you can just don't shake the man's hand. He has a habit of coughing into his palm when he covers it. Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand.
You're right. The universe does not orient.
I suppose I could spare 0.004% of my daily cycle to say
Hello. Farewell.
Thank you for the sufficiently competent.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Reach. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach? Victor? Yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an...
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse.
It's possible he's been manipulated into believing his actions serve the plan.
Good intentions have led scientists. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than... Besides the highly caustic Serenium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Victor is... dedicated. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Auntie's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Choosing levity at a...
I don't dispute the need for discretion. Moreover, one more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
You're sure the Order didn't intentionally attack Auntie's Choice?
I knew I could rely upon... Here, take this writ of investigative... Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We...
You have an abundance of valid options for your...
Plasma beam caster. There's all kinds of crazy weapons.
For your next mission destination, Commander. N-Ray Range, Zeranium Manufactory, or Outpost Opportunity.
What happened to this place? Lord. Matriarch's mercy of mercy.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. May Huffstutler, that's what those in the Order call me. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little. What little I understand, I actually sort of admire. I mean, from where? Because really, at the end, happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion. The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction. Screw their predictions. We have people displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. Thank you. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck. Even the Order, for all of their logical ways, value an outside perspective. And because I've run out of options, I got a pretty fancy gun I was issued back when I was a rising star at Auntie's. Side with us, and it's yours. Thanks, stranger. You can find Agarwal in the lift building. Probably formulating another equate.
What happened to this place?
I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment, I suppose. Well then, I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? Why I, for instance, have availed... Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp report I believe if my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestation. True, regrettably, this is Matriarch's mercy. None of the Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly. Of course, predictions have grown up, but as we close in on solve, well.
Where's this guy at?
Have you beheld that new rifle up at the monastery, the Oracle?
The one Riley designed, right? Using the tracking
Nobody up here.
never misses. Sounds ambitious.
For him, I'd give my tenure for an hour alone with it and a Mantisaur 2 clicks.
The
Maybe she's
Protectorate
talking.
have only been told a watered-down
This unit lacks pharmaceutic
about
resources to
him?
provide medical
If we
care meeting
factor
Earth Directorate
thus,
standards to populations exceeding 7.5 persons.
Every scientist yearns to visit the archive on Earth.
What is it? I have 15. Oh, don't tell me. You're here on behalf of the voice of the displaced, aren't you? Mathematical predictions always keep us one step ahead. My latest augury noted that a stranger would come bearing an inconvenient message. This is about the exclusion zone, correct? Fair enough. The exclusion zone is a mere corner of Matriarch's mercy, and rightfully off limits. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril.
Well, you warned them, right? You can't save can't save every fallen person. Seems she's ready to accept responsibility for her actions.
We don't know. The seer has augured death for anyone who went. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, and now the voice has involved you. How auspicious. Perhaps you are the outside mediator who was foretold. I have some custom-made order armor I never use. That's more than the voice can offer. So, the first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. With your seasoned perspective, perhaps any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, you can find her outside, among her people, but you already knew that.
So if I learn about everyone's concerns.
Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. These are the data. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them.
All right, guys, I'm gonna call it right there. I will continue some more tomorrow, and then we got Arc Raiders coming up in a couple days. So yeah, I will.